Okay, so I'm going to record this in a video because it's a lot easier for me right now, and I'm still trying to work on that vehicle. So, yeah. Um, the thing I have to say first is that all of them roughly take the same kind of design language when it comes to making the torsos, but there's some key differences that separate them. One thing I want to say first is that characters like Motoro, Joller, are different from Krakua and Holly. And one major fact point is because of the way their torsos are designed, which I will go into in a sec. These two can have their arms all the way out, but these two can't, as you can see, and that's basically because of the way their torsos are designed. Um, but I'll go into Motoro first after I put everyone their arms out. This is ridiculous. Move these two out of the way so I can get them out of the way. And I will pop his arm off, the axle first, so I can get a good look at it. I'm also going to pop this tube out so you can also still see it better. If it will allow me. Hold on. There we go. But this is the torso build. These sections where the arms are attached are generally a 1x2 or 2 stud wide section with brackets and stuff kind of just wrapping around it. So the socket's right there, and these are kind of just the pistons on the side, so that way he can have the the bionicle pistons, that they would stay in the holes, because that's one of the biggest problems I got to figure out. But it gives them that piston look like the actual bionicles have, and it falls with how the torso bends and everything. It's a design I've been rocking with for a while now. But the torso, due to the way that everything is set up in the torso, he's able to have his arm all the way out as well as Joller. And it's mostly just brackets in various different directions, and having this piece right here kind of going around to hold it all together, kind of sandwich all together. But this is the shoulder sockets are a 3 stud width with those what's it called? I don't know the exact name. I call them a 1x3 jumper with the 2 studs in the middle. It uses that to attach it, and with the bracket here, the 2 wide bracket with the 4 studs, and those hollow studs go into 1x3 plates. I don't know if you could see that, sandwiched together with the actual sockets. That way you're able to get the torso not to be so wide out, while also still having a good range of motion. I may start pushing more of them over into that direction, but that's basically what I have been doing recently for it. For some of them, I try to make them all kind of different in some regards. They're not just feeling like clone builds, like how the original figures were. I'm trying to put this tube back in live on camera. I'm going to do that later. I ain't kind of fit in. But yeah. And that's basically how his torso is built. Now, the way the torso is to it, they all but Krakua use the mini ball joint method with a Technic build in the waist. So again, they can have that articulation, that mechanical look. However, Denani and Joller don't have those, or Denani has, but Joller does not have that same pelvis design, and therefore his socket is directly obscured by a tire. I don't like doing builds like that, but I ended up falling in love with that. Only 3 of the main elements Toa have that. The other 3 have the piston look, which is Motoro, Holly, and Naparu. The other 3, which is him, Kongu, and Huki, all have different designs. They're supposed to be more organic based. So that gives that in that regard. His torso is the same thing. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can pop this off. I need to take apart. No, that just makes it a fall apart. But yes, you can see same kind of construction. It's actually a little bit better of a viewpoint on how I did it. So yeah, this gray plate is where the Mixel socket is. It's mostly just plates stacked up, and then a bracket that these all attach into, and through the torso, this top section. Thanks, Raven. This top section is, if you can be able to see past it, kind of wrapping around and holding into it. There's a lot of experiment that has to go into it, but generally, I mean, this top bracket up here, if I actually show it to the opposite side, I'm going to do a lot of repair from, is not actually attached into the studs. It's all kind of just being held together with hopes and dreams at this point. I may be doing some revamping in the future, but right now this works for what my goal is for him. His torso is practically disintegrating. 1 sec while I try and fix it off screen. Because, of course, he's got to fucking disintegrate on camera. He's one of the more flimsy ones, but that's not saying much. The way he's designed is kind of sturdy. It's just, I suck at not, sucking at this, to put it lightly. And also, I wanted to be the idiot to give him a bandolier with a blade sticking out of it, because I'm stupid that way. Anyways, now, Holly is a lot more complicated. I'm going to take her arm off and move these vines up so you can get a real good look of how I have German engineered the fuck out of this. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pop this off so you can really get some good lighting in there. So you can see the absolute just cancer that I went through to make this torso work. This is mostly 1x1 brackets. In most cases, she's a 3-wide build in all regards, mixed in with a 2-wide build near the waist. So this is as far as it goes for 2-wide. The rest is 3-wide. She is an over-engineered fucking mess, but I love it. I'm a sadistic fuck. We all know that. We should all know that by now. Is this your first time hearing me speak? Well, welcome to the party. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Anyways, but yeah, that's her torso and how complicated it is. If you need to stop and look at it, you can just pause the video just to get a good look at it. But same kind of thing with the pelvis. I may change how the pelvises are done so they're more in line with Jawlers in some regards. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. I have the pieces. I just don't know if I want to, because the reason I say it is because Krakoa is the same kind of logic, but he uses a completely different ball joint. This is the normal. Hold on, let me pull his arm off. This is the normal stuff. Focus, damn you, focus, damn you. There we go. His is the normal Bionicle ball and socket system, which means that he has to have a completely convoluted in its own direction attachment for it. Like, if I loosely pop this off, that's a bracket, and underneath that is a 2x2 grilled brick that's 2 plates tall. Not 3 plates, but 2 plates tall. Just to have it underneath that and have it match up. I only know them in tan and black, but yeah, you can see where I then used 1x2 jumpers to bridge the same kind of gap, but still keeping the 2x3 kind of set up in the upper. Focus, damn you, thank you. In the upper torso before using I can't remember what piece is. As a matter of fact, I might be able to kind of dissect that a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, so 1x2s here, going through in a 2x4 setup. Then it's, if I have good lighting, yep, a 2x3 plate, then the 2 sockets and a 1x2 plate in between them, and then those same jumper pieces, the 1x3 jumpers with the dual studs, on top of that, 2 on top. You can maybe see that line dividing them. Yeah, you see it right there. My nail is. And then it goes back to a 4 stud wide setup going upwards, and these fenders wrap around this. These pieces are separate. If I pop his torso plate off, you can kind of see how that is attached. These are attached to this attachment, so they're kind of loose in there, kind of. But yeah, that's how I built it. And you can kind of see some of the pieces that I use for the torso so that I can be able to do it. Let me just put this back on so I don't forget to, and show the back. Same kind of idea, just kind of greebling it. This is just for looks. I may do more of this in the future, but I'm not 100% sure on that yet. But yeah, that's how Krakoa's torso is built. I may be doing some major upgrades to his torso. I just don't have the motivation to work on him right now. Again, working on that vehicle. But, oh my God, focus. Thank you. But yeah, that's Krakua. I don't know what else I can really say to really make it easy, but basically it's just try and figure out the brackets. I hope that this is helpful to you, because this is from a lot of people. This guy's been around since, I want to say 2024 at the latest. Late 2024 is, I think, when I first built him. And he's been around since then. All the others have just been evolving over the years. I've been working on these, on the main element Toa, since mid to late 2023. So, yeah. You can see how they've gone through a lot of changes to get to where they are now. And I'm probably going to make more changes. Like, again, Joller's pelvis design is now, right this moment, my preferred design. I may be changing them all over to it when I get out of my current hyperfixation. But yeah, that their builds are just, they're the German engineering of just fucking Bionicle Mox. I hope this helped. I really do, because I don't know a really good way to best explain it. I have a hard time articulating what I'm trying to say, so I'm kind of fumbling over myself. So, yeah, hope that helped. I'm going to post this on YouTube now, and God, it's going to take a while.